Learn more by speaking and listening. In the first years of our life in the first thing we do is to listen to everything in our environment, and this led us to say our first word. From this we see the importance of working on this skill in the acquisition of a second language. Objectives: understand and use the aids presented to improve speaking and listening skill in English. Strengthen skill through practical aids in both classroom and virtual environments. Improve students' communication skill through the aids showed. Tips to design listening activities for face-to-face environments. First, create a sketching game to follow instructions. It's much easier for children to follow instructions if they know it is a game. But the idea is that they always handle the vocabulary so they can understand it. Second, create stories that are engaging according to age. We will help them to make an square of images through the audios and they organize them in a logical order. 3. Generate questions after listening to the song. For example, with the song we ask if we use color with ones, if it told about characters with ones. 4. Take out complete sentences from movies you watch as a group. While watching the movies, the idea is that they try to grasp comment on instruction that they find there. 5. Encourage group cooperation. When doing group work, the idea is from them to help each other with what they hear, and I must tell them they can confirm if it is correct or not, and they can complete the activities. Tips to design listening activities for online language environment. 1. Listen to the audios to finish some worksheet. Leave activities with a space to complete, and a student will do it according to what they hear. 2. Identify the right conversations. By placing the audios, they will identify the appropriate order in a conversation. Listen to audios to organize images. Audios are played so that they can identify the logical order of the images present. Listen to activities to create great stories. Listen to activities to create. We give the students time in order for them to create their stories through each of the themes in order to manage more vocabulary. Do homework through audios. Homework is done through audios, that is to say that they begin to identify command expression used a learning class, so that they finish the proposed task. Recommendations to design speaking activities for face-to-face environments. Encourage classroom dialogues. It is important to simulate them to express themselves by having daily conversation. Prefer role plays. We place them a different role and talk about it so that they get to know it, using the professions. explanations of images. Each one will tell according to the images that have been given to them. Games for following up. They will the games in which they can express what they are doing and give instruction to continue. Talk about daily routines. Each student should give account of what usually does in the day and what would like to do. Recommendation to design speaking activities for online language environments. After reading a text, explain what you understand. They will place one or short tests so that they can follow with them and draw a picture of what they have understood. Then, explain images. We place several images for them to mention what each or mean and make logical sequences. Create videos explaining every situation. We are going to make videos explaining routines, jobs, etc. Things that we find every day. Then, participate in class to practice oral expression. There will be synchronous meet so that the student can express himself. And the last one is practice pronunciation. They will have audios to repeat pronunciation and vocabulary. Conclusions. When you want to learn a second language, in addition to acquiring knowledge, you need to communication and express yourself. It is important to create activities and data activities both in face-to-face and virtual environments, so that the student feels to need expression themselves with great ease. The learning of a second language must first enter the mind and will be demonstrates that it has been effective when the student is able to assimilate in the product it. Thus it so that he listens to in and speaking in thanks to knowledge acquired in the good eyes provided in class. Grammar and rule input are necessary in the acquisition of a second language, but it is indispensable to produce output that learning for reinforcement both in face-to-face and in virtual environment. Thank you for your attention.